Let's bring in retired U.S. Army Brigadier General Mark Kimmitt. He served as Assistant Secretary of State for Political Military Affairs under President George W. Bush. Thank you so much, sir, for being with us today. We appreciate it. It has been a week of major moves for a peace deal, and we'll discuss that in just a moment. But first, what is the state of the war between Russia and Ukraine right now?
Well, it's virtually a stalemate. It looks very much like Flanders Field, World War I. Both sides are making no progress in either direction. So they're digging in. It's trench warfare at its absolute worst. And I would not expect to see any change between now and possibly the springtime when the ground hardens.
And I want to stay with the battle here. Ukraine's security service says that Russia reported there was a drone strike on the former Chernobyl nuclear power plant. How serious is this? What more do you know about this?
Well, the reports are coming in. There are some questions about whether it was directly on one of the reactors or if it was just a drone strike in the facility itself, or candidly, if this was some propaganda put out by the Ukrainian services to heighten up the tension in the wake of potential ceasefire or peace talks.
And speaking of that, let's jump off of that. President Donald Trump said on Wednesday that Washington and Moscow will begin negotiations immediately on ending the war in Ukraine after speaking with Russian President Vladimir Putin, as you know. And this happened before he called the Ukrainian president. What do you think this signals? Talk to us more about that. And do you think it's possible that we will reach a ceasefire deal?
Well, I certainly think we'll reach a ceasefire deal. Whether we will achieve a lasting and fair peace settlement between the two parties is yet to be determined. That will be determined at the negotiating table. I don't necessarily agree with President Trump's public pronouncements on this. I think those should be held for the negotiating table and not put out in public. But we'll have to see what happens.
Yeah, another thing I want to touch on as well is you may have read this in a Wall Street Journal interview. Vice President J.D. Vance said the option of sending U.S. troops to Ukraine if Moscow failed to negotiate in good faith remained on the table. Quote, he said, there are economic tools of leverage. There are, of course, military tools of leverage. Is there any chance, do you think, that the U.S. would actually send troops over?
Well, I think if the United States sent troops over, that would be done after it was declared that Ukraine was a NATO member. We don't have a security guarantee with Ukraine, and I find that comment about putting American troops on the ground to be quite odd and, in many ways, quite unrealistic.
Oh, sir, anything else before I let you go that you'd like to discuss?
Well, no, I would simply say that even if there seems to be a gentleman's agreement between Putin and Trump in terms of the general direction of the war, which is right, let's get this thing over with. But when I said a just and lasting peace, I think the devil will be in the details. I hope we don't abandon the Ukrainian people. I don't hope we don't abandon the Ukrainian army. They've fought too long and too hard to basically lose everything, not on the battlefield, but then lose it in the negotiating table.
All retired U.S. Army Brigadier General Mark Kimmitt, thank you so much, sir, for being with us. We really appreciate your insights.